Hi guys, this is Ria from Let's OTT and I am joined by the team of The Girl on the Train. We have Avinash Tiwary, Aditi Hydari, Ribhu Dasgupta and of course Parineeti Chopra. And I'm extremely excited because the film is coming on Netflix on 26th February. Guys, I was going to start with how does it feel to promote the film on Zoom calls, but it's nice to see all of you in the same room for a change.
It's really nice for us also. I've done 2 sets of promotions in this lockdown on Zoom call sitting at home, and it's no fun. I'll never crib about a promotion ever again because it's so nice to meet people and chat with them. At least we are meeting, which is nice.
Yeah, this is as close to real life we have gotten. Yeah. Like, at least for me, I haven't promoted films, so this feels good, but I'm definitely missing the rush of the media and the people and everybody's teams.
So
I'm missing
fun.
that. I'm missing the buzzard of promotions, you know, like when there's no time. This feels a little too relaxed, like Netflix is spoiling us a bit.
It's too proper.
It's so too proper. Yeah.
No, but it's important. It's important. From my perspective, I've enjoyed doing Zoom calls with everybody because I love seeing celebrities struggle with their phones.
Huh? Oh my God. This is a huge typecasting you have done and I'm not okay with it. I am a pro at video calls. Try me. I do in personal life also I love video calling.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too,
like
too.
So I first video call like people because I want to feel
It's
like I'm
much
talking.
better.
100%.
Agreed.
And then people don't like it. I don't know why. I don't relate to them.
I remember you making a stand out of all the books that you had in your house.
Yeah, well done. But that is like when I had to do a sit-down interview. In life, like if I call you, I will video call you because I want to see you.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're in your bathroom or bed. It doesn't matter to me. I want to feel like I've met you, you know.
I'm going to hold that against Parineeti. I'm going to, next time we're going to do a video call and I'm going to see how well your jugaad
You will
works
see my professionalism. You will see the pro I am at FaceTime and Zoom.
Amazing. And talking about your professionalism, to the movie, it goes without saying you're filling in some big shoes. Emily Blunt, of course, Oscar-nominated actress, has already played the role in the original. And I don't want to say, you know, people are going to be inevitably comparing, so I'm not going to even talk about that. But the role itself was a game changer for her because before that we'd seen her doing a lot of light romantic comedies and a lot of drama work. But this was her first psychological thriller. So do you feel that the role will be a game changer for you as well?
So can I tell you, those are the shoes that I actually want to fill. It's not the comparison to her performance. It's what the film did for her is the shoe that I want to fill. Because I think like her, I don't know, I'm speaking for her right now, but like I think what changed for her after the film is what I'm hoping will change for me, in the sense that I want people to see me in a new light, offer me newer stuff, offer me more challenging stuff. I don't want to be offered the stuff that, I've been doing. I have this thing that I keep saying that, if I'm the perfect casting for a film, I don't want to do that film anymore. I want to be the, surprise casting. So that's the shoe that I want to fill. I want people to be like, oh, where's that soft Parineeti that we knew? I'm just using the word soft. I don't know what it means. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like the good, happy girl. I don't want to be that anymore on screen. So yeah, I hope those shoes I fill. Like I hope that I get appreciation for the performances, even the other actors, and I hope that we're able to surprise the audience more than anything. I don't want anything else. That's all I want with this film. I want to surprise everybody pleasantly.
Most psychological thrillers are slow burn films, and The Girl on the Train was also very different because it's extremely fast paced. It's extremely action packed in spite of being a character study. So I'd love to know from Parineeti and Aditi and Avinash as well, what is the kind of physical work, the body language change that you had to kind of get into for this role, this film?
So for me, actually, 90% of the work was the outward change that I needed to get. I'm naturally a person who, emotes a lot with my hand and with my eyes. I have a very expressive face. I'm not a person who's subtle with my expression on anything. And that is what I used to bring on screen also. So I had to actually cut that out of my life. I had to restrain myself a little as Meera, but bring out the very obvious things that come with being drunk because she's an alcoholic, of being intense, and not intense in a usual dramatic Bollywood way. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to be new. Like I keep saying, I wanted to be new. So I had to so I used to read a scene, and I used to feel like, okay, I think I know how to do this scene. This is how I'll do it. And then I used to cancel that. And then I would think again. I would always reject my first instinct for what I wanted to do. That was the only way I knew how to be new. Because if I just learned the lines and went on screen and just said them, I think I would look a lot like myself. And I always also used to wait for that feedback, from the director saying, okay, this is very Parineeti. So then I would immediately know that I'm doing it, too much like me. So my walk, the way I used my hands, the way I would look, I'm that person who will talk like this usually in life, but I wanted to talk like this. I wanted to be more inward. I wanted to be more vulnerable. But when she's drunk, I wanted to be this, Dawn kind of person. So I think I had a lot of fun making these things. I literally made Meera in my head. And then, of course, pending approval from the director, then we took it forward like that.
And Avinash and Aditi, if you could get in on this as well.
For me, actually, Nusrat is completely new material because the film, I've not read the book, but I've watched the film. It actually only revolves around Emily Blunt's character, and then how everybody else just fits into her story. Whereas this is these three girls and their story, and of course Avinash. And it is pretty much how these very distinct lives intertwine. And of course it's told through Pari's eyes. And I felt this even when I read the script. It's told through one girl's eyes. The story is about one girl, and then another girl is sitting there and piecing it all together. And then, of course, there's him, Avinash, in this whole thing. So I found that narrative interesting. For me, there was no real physical. There was not any real physical demand in terms of acting per se. So it was something actually that I already know, which is being a dancer. That is very familiar to me. The only thing that I actually had to do was, when I became an actor, I remember 2011-12 when I was in Bombay and when I was acting, etc. I used to always stand like this. I had a very straight back, and I was always being a dancer, and this whole thing of, pulling yourself up, and it was and I had to learn to relax. And in this film, I just had to learn to just be that person again. But in that also, it's in little bits that it comes, because that's not what the film is about. That's just a part of her life. Apart from that, it's a delicate character. There is this whole perfect sunshine girl. All the characters are obsessed with this girl in some way or the other, also because she's missing. But then there's this girl's own inner drama that's going on. I like the play of that. I like the play of all the girls, so I don't know, for me it was just playing off energies, listening to Ribhu Da, which is I think the most important thing that you can do on a set. And then I think just going with the flow. I wasn't trying to second guess myself at all, because for me it was very straightforward actually in many ways, because this girl is what this girl is. She perceives her differently, but this girl is what she is. She's actually, I thought she was a very lovely, very flawed, very, very vulnerable, but at the same time a very strong girl. Very gutsy to just go out and do what she wants to do. And so I played her very, very straightforward, I think. I don't know now. It's really about it working like that. But I hope it works,
And Avinash, you are kind of if Aditi is the hook to the mystery, then you are kind of the character that propels it forward. Can you talk about your character and how you got on board?
When I say this, you would not believe me, but the fact of the matter is, all I've done on this film is to emulate my director. You were talking about body language, and So if you see me, I probably have emulated Ribhu Dasgupta's body language. And I just hope you like it. I hope it works for the character of Ribhu.
Not it like me.
Yeah, so I've
Let me just tell you, this is utter lies that is going on over here.
It's working.
This is just exhaustion of promotions. They are just now saying anything. Ribuda, in fact, you have to say, can you please tell me something? He's one of those, he gives you a lot of space. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is that I'm still trying. There is some fact to it. I swear to God, there is a lot of fact to it. Ribhu knows it. But yeah, this for me, it's been really figuring it out as it went. I've explored it while it happened, and I'm sure there will be subtle changes here and there. There was nothing consciously that I decided to change for it, or I need to bring something up. Which is why it was a discovery, and it happened all very organically as we went in. I hope that comes through in the film, and it doesn't look like it's put on, or it looks organic and effortless. That's all I desire. Also, because emulating is not my forte, and I've tried and done that really.
Ribhu, we don't get to see you direct enough. There's a lot of gaps between every one of your movies, and then this one, of course, you started shooting in 2019, and then of course, thanks to the pandemic, it got delayed.
Thanks.
But yay to Netflix that it's going to be a big release on Netflix. That's good enough. But does this inspire you to become like quicker when it comes to making your films, writing your scripts?
I'll try better. And no, I think once a story should excite you, content should excite you, and when it does, you try and put all your effort to make that happen. Same for this one as well. So yeah, but I'll try and compensate and make more stuff after this.
Great. Avinash, of course, did Bulbul last year. Aditi was in the first Malayalam film to ever be released on OTT directly last year as well. If you guys could just wrap up with your thoughts on the OTT boom. Of course, it has been a big blessing in the era of the pandemic, but now that things are getting a bit better, we hope that theaters reopen. So yeah, like what are your thoughts about people kind of moving towards the streaming world vis-a-vis your film, of course?
I think our habits have kind of changed because of OTT. I remember that families or even friends around would go and watch a film, probably 1 or 2 films a month. And you almost sense that people around now watch at least 2 films a week. So that has definitely, the OTTs have really changed that for the audiences. It has created more opportunities for everyone around, actors, writers. There's new kind of content. Everyone has a space today. It's very democratic in that sense. Having said that, I really want to be on the big screen. I really love the fact that the audience takes time for you. They create that space. They come and watch you. There's a community together watching what you have created. It's a great feeling. And so yeah, it's a win-win in a way. It's something that I think should exist and will coexist, and I hope it stays like that.
I mean, since I've had 2 theatrical releases that were meant to be theatrical releases and then released on OTT platforms last year, and both films that I was looking forward to watching in the theater. And the first news that I got, especially of Sufyum Sujatim, which is a Malayalam film, I was literally in tears. But they were very nice about it. Like everybody had this discussion with me, and they were like, let's do this. And ultimately, we must safeguard our producers, etc., etc. Now, when we actually got to the point of the release, it was incredible. Of course, it was really, really, really incredible because it just connects with so many people. People are waiting for films, they're waiting for content, everybody's stuck at home, and there is of course there's a magic in going to the theater, and it's so immersive, and it's really, really magical, and we've all grown up with that that love for the theater. But I think OTTs are very, very relevant to our lives. They've been our best friends through the lockdown. We've got so much incredible content, and also there's a fearlessness with the content that comes on OTT. Because maybe because of the kind of pressure is a little different, and I do believe this. Like, I believe there are two kinds of films. There's cinema, and it's a little chota muh badi baat kind of thing, but I do feel it sometimes. There's a project, and then there's movies, like cinema, there's stories, and there is a difference between the two. And I think that maybe with OTT that pressure is taken off, and maybe I'm not very sure because I'm not on that side of it. And with the movies, there's a lot more that comes into play. Having said that, I am dying for my next movie to release in the theatre. But I know that I will always do both because it's not about the medium. And I've realized that today. It is really about the film, the story, the team, the experience that you have, and the people who watch your film and the love that they give. Because personally, I'm a real sucker for love. I live for that love. I work for that love. I am encouraged by that love. So that's what makes all the difference to me.
Great, lovely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking out the time and talking to me. Congratulations and all the best for The Girl on the Train. Guys, The Girl on the Train releases on Netflix on 26th February. It's a big film. It's going to be super fun. It's based on a best-selling novel by Paula Hawkins, New York Times bestseller. So you should watch this adaptation. I think it's going to be really creative and interesting. And it's going to adhere to not just Indian sensibilities, but I think sensibilities worldwide. And this is me, Ria from Let's OTT logging off. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.